MLB's trade deadline here in 2021 is 1 p.m. Pacific time on July 30th, and these are the areas of need, according to Dave Stewart. No, not the 1989 World Series MVP pitcher Dave Stewart. We're talking about the former MLB general manager Dave Stewart. Looking at corner outfielders with a power bat, an offensive second baseman. And why is bullpen listed there 3 times? I guess that's your priority, huh, Stu?
That is my priority. I think that it is necessary to bolster that bullpen, and the A's have been very good at doing that in years past. They've been able to come up with some really good arms down there and really good names in their bullpen, and not really having to give away a lot. And so I think that the bullpen is an area that we definitely need to concentrate on to complement what we're doing with our starting rotation.
In the interest of time, I'm just going to cross off one of those areas, corner outfielder, because there's a lot of existing players, and that's a deeper conversation, and maybe not one of the bigger needs. So we're going to narrow it down to bullpen and second baseman. We'll save the infielders for just a second here. But in terms of potential names that are out there, I mean, let's just go right into the list of options. We're naming names here of bullpen arms that you see the A's going after. How did you come up with this?
Well, I tell you how I came up with it. The A's are, as we know, a team that is working with a strict budget. And so with that money, they have to make the best possible selections that they can based on what they have to work with. And so when you look at these guys here, Ian Kennedy and Spencer Patton from Texas Rangers, you'll see both of these guys are at $2.1 million. You'll see that their numbers are great numbers. Ian Kennedy's got 15 saves this year. Patton has done a great job in those middle innings, but they're both what I would call good team-friendly contracts. Now, why are these contracts that way?
Are those prorated right now? Is that what you're
They are prorated.
Okay.
Those are the original contracts, but if you prorate them for 2 months, it's even less than what you see on the board. Now, I also think that the A's need some left-handed bullpen help. It is difficult during the course of the year for teams within the division to work with each other when it comes to trades, but you'll see Tony Watson is up there as well as Cishak from the Angels. Then you've got Cisnero and you've got Peralta. Now, Peralta is working out of the bullpen for the Detroit Tigers, but he's also been a starter for the Milwaukee Brewers, and so you've got a nice combination. And the 2 lower guys, Chad Green and Cesna, are going to be the difficult guys and will probably cost you the most when it comes to prospects in making a trade.
I was going to say, you think the Yankees are trading? You think they're selling anybody right now?
The Yankees are never selling, but if you look at statistically where they are in that division, they've got a lot of people to jump to get into that playoff spot.
Well, I did notice the trend of the teams that you selected there from. Most of those clubs are on the outside looking in of the playoffs. That's probably also a trend, right?
And that's what you have to do. You have to look at the teams that definitely know that they're sellers. And once you can identify who those teams are, then those are the teams that are going to be willing to get rid of salary, get rid of payroll, but also try to bring some good prospects back in return for the players that they're going to let go.
All right, so the need for bullpen depth, I think you stated that well. It's kind of obvious. Let's dive into the conversation on second baseman. Stu, this one kind of caught me by surprise. You got Jed Lowry hitting quite well over there, and we'll get to that in just a second, but you're saying that the A's could shoot for one of these 4 guys right here for their infield.
Well, what I think is, and you're right, we do have Jed Lowry. We also have Tony Kemp. But I think that in this position, especially with the way that we're playing offensively, we could use a little bit more offense. We could use a guy that we can put in that spot, play second base every day, put him in the middle of your lineup, and supply run production. And these are good names right here.
How'd you come up with these?
Well, Jorge Polanco, quite frankly, that is a great team-friendly contract. He's got multi-years left. But it's a great team-friendly contract. As you see, his average value is 5.150 per year. Then you look at Shope. Once again, you look at those numbers, you look at the production from these guys, which is exactly what we need.
Right. 280, I like that average.
Yes.
That is impressive.
And so you stick him in there. Escobar is in the last year of his contract, and once again, we have to remember that this contract is prorated to 2 months.
So it's not $7.5 million. It's a fraction of that, yeah.
Right, and then we've got Ketel Marte, who has actually been a converted infielder to the outfield, but he does play outfield. He's played the outfield the majority of his career. So, and once again, he's on a team-friendly contract. And so with Polanco and Marte, those are contracts that you can have and still keep these guys if you're going to give up a better prospect for them, which you have to expect to do if you've got more term left on the contract.
All right, well, speaking of that, let's take a look at the A's top prospects. And again, these are things you've identified, players' names. And what you're saying here are, these are probably the untouchables, right? Other teams are going to ask for these players from Oakland, but these are the guys they're going to hang on to.
Well, these guys are their top 30 prospects. These are their top 10 prospects. Not necessarily in that order, but these are their top 10 prospects. What we do know is Soderstrom and A.J. Puck are their number 1 and 2 guys, but they're also ranked among baseball top 100 players. And so I'm not expecting these guys to be a part of anything that has to do with a trade. We have to recognize the fact that the A's value their prospects. They value their prospects. This is an organization that has to grow prospects in their system to be a successful organization, because we're not killing the league when it comes to payroll.
One thing I liked last year is how the A's made moves. They got a Tommy Listella, they got a Mike Minor, but they didn't have to give anything up on the existing MLB roster. So going back to what might be available, we're calling these farm bargains. And again, Stu, I hate to put names up and say these players are out there for you to take, but it's kind of a compliment because these are attractive players to other teams that the A's might be able to maneuver.
Once again, these guys are a part of the A's top 30 prospects. Grant Holmes has been a big prospect for the Dodgers. He was involved in a trade that brought him here to the A's, and he's a big prospect here. He is he's a top of the rotation type starter for any organization that should get him. He's just not gotten his opportunity here with the Oakland A's. And you'll look down there, the A's signed Lazaro Armenteros. Excuse me, it's a tongue twister. And this is a guy, he was a highly rated Cuban prospect. The A's gave, I believe, $5 million to sign him.
That's right, yeah.
When you see this guy, he's a guy that fills out that uniform very well. So he's a body beautiful kid, and he's got a shed full of tools.
Cespe?
This kid is an unbelievable player. He's got speed, he's got arm, he's got bat speed, power, and he's young, and so he's still learning to hit with average. But he's one of those guys, Brody, that a team would be glad to get in their system.
Why wouldn't you put him on the protected side then? I guess what I'm saying is, as we saw those two lists there, how did you decide what was non-negotiable and what was maybe out there?
Well, what I looked at were the top 10 prospects, and I put the top 10 prospects as players that are untouchable. The rest of the players are in the lower, after the 10th. Yeah, and there you go. But they're all valuable players inside this organization.
All of this leads us to what you think, right? And you've given us your ideas. You've talked about areas of need. You've mentioned names. You've really kind of spelled it out of what you would do if you were back in the GM seat. I'm going to transition to now what we actually think the A's might do at this deadline.
Well, I don't think that if David Force or Billy are looking at this show at this time, I don't think they're going to be surprised at how I'm thinking, because I think that they're thinking along the same lines. Once again, you know, this is an organization. You can call them cheap if you want to, but what I will say about Billy and what I'll say about David and Sandy Alderson before is these guys have been able to get the best value that they can in any trade that they've made without giving up a lot. And so these guys are players that they can acquire that are having successful seasons. And when we as general managers sign these guys before the season, the first thing that we're thinking is they're going to have trade value at the trade deadline if they're pitching well. And so I believe that Billy and David are looking at some of the same names that we looked at on that board.
Just got a text from David Force. It says, have Stu give me a call ASAP. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, Stu.